Welcome back, Canes family, to another film review. We got the big dub at the crib versus Texas A&M. It was lit. Appreciate everybody who made it to Hard Rock. It was jumping from. It was just an interesting game. We beat Texas A&M. We beat the SEC refs. Like we're 3-0 right now because we we had to beat them boys too. Let's just get straight into it because it doesn't start off really well for Canes family, but I couldn't just skip it and act like as much as I wanted to. I just couldn't act like it didn't happen because I was sitting right there. It's my end zone. So we started off with some adversity with this block punt. It's not something we were really used to. Punts haven't really gotten blocked since the beginning of the Lou Headley era. You can't really make those type of mistakes in a big game because this game we won by 15 points. They should have passed the sticks. This game should have been won by more than 21, but we definitely taken it. So we put our defense, in that bad spot in the red zone. We actually do that to them twice. They responded later on, but this is hard. Quads look to the right, which is three receivers split out, and then you're the tight end here. This is zone read. West is coming in unblocked, so he's coming full head of steam. This is first and goal, most likely or not. This running back's probably getting the ball. Quarterback just holds it and gets a good pull. So it's that split second decision and pull. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Sometimes as that read defender and that coming off that edge, you'll see here on the other angle right here. So it's simple as once you take one step inside too much, now I'm pulling it, and you get that edge. Credit to the defense for a lot of the good looks that they showed. This was just Texas A&M, having a good play and executing it on a critical 3rd and 2. We were trying to get this man coverage going with Nigel Leak dropping in underneath into the flats. We've seen it in the Miami Ohio game. He almost got an interception doing so. However, they get a rub route here from the slot. They get that orbit motion going. Or actually a jet motion, excuse me, as it goes cross face. And while you have that running back wheel coming out, now this slot receiver is just literally picking him off as he's running his route, aka. And then now this dude's running downfield. Gets the better couch real quick on the sideline, but my dog bounced back, so it ain't really much. But that's just how it is when you get a good plan against that. They probably seen on film. We like to drop that DN into the flats. They're prepared for it, or whatever type of defender. It could have been a linebacker or a nickel. That guy's slot receiver would have been doing the same thing, just edging out him. So you see that right there. It's going to allow him to get outside of Nigel Leak, and that's the head start. Super proud of the way this team just fought through adversity and fought through some bad calls and then non-calls. You wonder how to get the edge on this play. It's simple. 2-by-2 set. You got your tight end here and your receiver down here. Just a quick pitch from under the center. They get the right guard on the way. Who's actually going to get a little bit of not Nigel Wesley. At least slow him down and get this to slow him down. But this is just an egregious hold here on Harvey. I mean, his shoulder pads out. I mean, dog, it, holding happens every play, but you have to call it when it's at the point of the attack. I mean, you can see the difference between when he lets go of his shoulder pad during blocking. I mean, you can see it. But James Williams, I love it. This is Amari Daniels. He's a good player. Played at Miami Central. He's a local kid. This is going to happen to you when you leave Miami and then you come and play Miami. James Williams was enforcing all day. He was sticking. He was covering. He was doing everything possible to secure this big one. I can't wait to get in some more plays from James Williams, but he was talking that ish too, bro. I was. This is might be one of the best games I've seen James play as a Miami Hurricane. He's had some good ones. I mean, the physicality here. We already talked about that egregious hold and the edge, but just the way he was out there enforcing was insane. Texas A&M back in the red zone. They go back to their quad look for receivers. You get a tight end in line, and then your three trips out with your receivers. This little inside zone. It's simple, really, to be honest, to break down with you. You see this right guard and right tackle. They both go up to Malinoa at Meg linebacker, and Wesley just shoots that thing. This is Miami Central on Miami Central crime, and I love it. It has to be when you. This is LT jumping on too. When you're a star in South Florida and you leave, when you play Miami, you're gonna get hit like this. You just seen James knock that boy out. So you have to love to see that. To be honest with you. Excellent game from our cornerback room, and we're going to be seeing a play here from Daryl Porter Jr., who transferred in from West Virginia last year. He played a hell of a game. They won the perimeter battle. They won all the battles on the outside. To be honest with you, this 2-on-2, 2-by-2 set. They're in tight. They're trying to get their guy Evan Stewart, who's a 5-star, got strapped up all night, dropped a bunch of passes, then caught a couple late. I mean, he wasn't looking too good at all. He's coming on a crosser. They're just going to clear this out with this out route, get him up vertical. This is it. This quarterback, if he throws an accurate ball, it's probably a first down. But since he throws it behind him, back shoulder, he has to turn around and he's losing his footing. And then here comes Daryl Porter with the sure tackle. And then Buddy tried to even cut outside of him. That just wasn't happening. There's plenty of times our cornerbacks were making tackles and people were going backwards when the line of game was right there. So you'd love to see that on the outside from the cornerback room, bro. It's just everybody stood tall. So Kane's family, we weren't able to run the ball as successfully as we did against Miami, Ohio, which is cool. Obviously, it was an updrake in competition and talent. So we were still able to manufacture basically an extension of the running game with the quick screen game. So here's a 2-by-2 set. We have Jacoby motioning in. I love the way that they just let them both release upfield, and then he jailed like a jailbreak screen comes back in because that allows, obviously we're trying to get Matt Lee out in front, but that allows a DB to stay with that cushion and trying to stay distance. If you just right now sometimes like they're shooting, they have a chance to actually blow up that play. So I love the fact that he was able to just come back to it. And then Restrepo with a good block there, and then Jacoby's upfield. So that's just an extension of the running game. That's like basically running for a first down and getting TBD at easy completion. All right, Kane's family. So it starts getting fun and explosive here for us on offense. And I can't wait to get to these parts of the review. But it's going to be a little man here across the board for Texas A&M. You see the safety coming over late here to Kobe Young's side. You'll see hits on the outside from Jacoby George and just a seam up the middle from Restrepo. You love the second level avoidance when it means when you eat that cushion, you just give him a little feint and then, get back on top of him, stack him. So this is just great here by Restrepo to just get upfield and get vertical. TVD saw that safety coming over here late. He looked immediately at his man's and big play there. Hand up, ball was already on the way. They got that chemistry. Now you're running down for 50 yards. That's a big explosive play. Obviously, this is what we want to see in one-on-one matchups. Anytime we see that safety help go elsewhere, TVD's looking for that deep shot, looking for that shot all day. So he gets his man up the scene. We'll get into Chaney and Fletcher and a lot of the two back sets. We saw the running backs really block well. I thought Parrish almost had a chance to score here. He almost did. Great job by McCormick. He's going to down block while you pull Francis, and then there's Cooper, who's going to hit this defensive tackle. Then Cooper's going to seal. Great job. And then here's Fletcher with that lead block. So that's just Texas A&M making a tackle, and but Harris looked explosive, man. He almost popped through that hole. It just looked like everybody did their assignment. It's just nice, clean blocking scheme for positive yards. Now we're knocking on that door. Now this is a heavy set. You got two tight ends on the field. You got an extra tackle. You got one receiver who just happens to be 6'5", 220 pounds. You're 6'2", 225-pound running back. You're 6'4" and 230-pound, 225-pound quarterback. So just a lot of big bodies. Everybody's thinking inside. We motion Kobe Young. This looks like a little power formation. However, we're just going to get him across the formation, right across. So much bodies to have to get through if you're Texas A&M. To cover it, and then we just roll TVD right out for an easy touchdown. So once we were able to, I feel like once this offense gets that first down, once we start rolling, it's very hard to stop. And then once the momentum's on your side, we can consistently, move the ball. Our offensive line began winning, multiple matchups, one by one. 1v1 matchups. We're starting to pile up on offense. So I'm super excited where this is going. I think the offense could roll. Definitely an incredible game from Jaden Davis on the outside. I mean, he continued to win matchups in coverage, but he was an exceptional tackler in space. I mean, I haven't seen a cornerback like that tackle in space in a while for Miami. Trips here with the tight end, I believe, and two receivers. Is a little, I believe, a stretch here. He's coming off the cornbread blitz, so he's coming free off the edge, just nice in for that big TFL. I mean, this was big time. The way Jaden Davis was able to tackle on the edge, he's multiple times. We'll get to it throughout this review. That had a couple of times that stopped him just short of the line of game that forced Texas A&M to punt. Texas A&M tried that concept that we talked about in the Texas A&M preview with the number two receiver going vertical. This was just completely straps here. Nobody was open. The man coverage was excellent. James had help on this side. Noah had the running back, and then Mesidor just breaks off and tracks Wigman down for the sack. This was definitely a coverage sack here. It was great, honestly, from the defensive backfield. The way they put on a clinic in man-to-man coverage. We're going to get into this muff punt. Jacoby had a big day, 3 touchdowns. But this is definitely a bad muff. Just misjudged it, so he got in front of it a little bit, then had to go back. Just, it was just a muff punt, right? He'll get over it. He rebounded well, and we move on. But obviously, we expect better on special teams, and we will get better on special teams as we got a kick return for a touchdown coming up. So right after that quick, turnaround with that muff punt, we put our defense again in a situation where they're backs to the goal line after we had a punt blocked. So the punt coverage wasn't helping defense out at all. And then they just go ahead and get on their second one, get that pull in, and then he hits the crease. And sometimes it's just that as simple as a quick change, and that momentum can go that way in college football. However, we were able to fight back and actually go ahead and steal that momentum back. We start moving the ball here, Canes family, and more consistently after that first touchdown. The offense was able to consistently move the ball. This is a very familiar play to Canes fans. We just ran it with a tight end last year, and Coach Gaddis led offense. Trips here to the field side, and you have Kobe Young who's just going to be dragging across as you get these 3 blocks. And even if they get like physical with them, as long as you catch the ball at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, they can do whatever the hell they want. So nice little rub, making it downfield. And I love the way Kobe Young finished that damn play. As number 14 gets rocked, you can see the energy on the sideline as everybody responds to that. So way to play big. It was just a great play call at the time. Caught him in all man. Kobe Young did a great job chafing on the line of scrimmage. Caught it, so it doesn't matter. They could block downfield if they wanted to. TVD bought enough time. This is just a great play call and great execution all around. Woo! First time going vertical of the year, bro. It was crazy. As you can see, this now I'm starting to wake up in this review. 2 running backs set here with our tight end McCormick and Isaiah Horton split out wide. This is basically like a cover 3 to this side. You'll see this corner bail. This guy hit to the flats, and the safety come this way. So that's a true one-on-one matchup that TVD sees. Once he's reading this safety this way, he knows he's going to keep looking, and he has this one-on-one backside. So he looks him off and then throws a stupid dime. Before he could do that stupid dime, shout out to McCormick blocking right here, and then Chaney coming all the way across face to make sure TVD has the cleanest pocket. I mean, you have to give a credit to this offensive line. Look at it when he's releasing this football. I mean, as much as I love the big plays and the passing and all this. This honestly makes me them happiest, because this is the only reason why you'll have those big plays in the passing, is because look at that pocket. And then he drops a stupid dime. Horton was able to beat him off the line. The ball's right on point. He's able to catch it with his hands in the basket, and then keep running for an explosive play. A 52-yard touchdown that's going deep. One-on-one, TVD saw that safety. He knew what he had, continued to look him off, and then dropped the Tyler Van dime right in the pocket, and then Horton finished it off for the touchdown. This is a redshirt freshman where, the momentum was swinging Texas A&M's way. We had the 2, the block punt, the muff punt. This is a freshman. You saw TVD there looking them off. As he's telling me looking off the safety. That's what it is. Look, he's looking. All right, backside. I got my touchdown. I'm going to throw it. But again, this is Isaiah Horton, redshirt freshman, coming through when the momentum was going Texas A&M's way for a big play. Shout out to this young man. So Canes family, this is a big time 3rd and 8. Honestly, I almost thought we gave it up. We got everybody at the line of scrimmage. We'll be dropping one here, and then we'll be dropping Noah back. Flags are actually going to get a free blitz up the middle. So it's a great scheme. We got to get this guy down to the ground. He keeps it off, and then he just dumps it to the running back. This is just great closing speed and effort. You have Noah chasing across field, but Jaden Davis comes from basically Broward to come down and make this tackle right before he got to the first down. Several times on tape, you're going to see that Jaden Davis is making tackles before a guy can get to that first down marker when it looked like it was for sure first down. So you love the effort, you love the flying around to the football. So we motion X here to the trip side. We're gonna have McCormick out in front, who's a great blocker, man. Gotta give him his credit. This little quick screen just right now. Give it to me. TVD has a defender in his face, so he can't throw it. And he just eh, sidearms it. Love that baseball background. That was a cheap shot on our quarterback. The ball was already released. He gets that sidearm. He's a tough guy. Again, McCormick, look at this block here. And then that's Malinoa getting out in space, but X breaking tackles. Just that's what an explosive player is. I've been trying to tell people for a long time how explosive X is, and every time he gets the chance to prove it, it's gravy. Because just when you break the first tackle, you're an explosive player. So if you get tackled right there, that's just whatever. That's your 3 yard gain. And then if you get tackled right here, all right, whatever, that's a first down. But nah, I'm going upfield, then I'm making another man miss. So that's explosive plays right there. If I ever seen something about it, you feel me? Uh, this was almost a kill shot by Coach Dawson. I seen it live in the stadium. The stadium would have erupted. This one went through. We're in a 12 set. We got two tight ends here. McCormick here in line. We're motioning Riley Williams across. This is basically just a double post here from X and Jacoby on the outside. Just a little bit too much pressure in the inside as this guy's able to get TVD to roll to his left, which means he can't see that post and couldn't throw it post to the right. Maybe he could have threw it early with anticipation, but there was no idea telling if this guy that you're going to see on this angle coming up was going to sink underneath it. So just didn't have enough time, and it ends up taking the sack here. This would have been oof. So he doesn't know if this guy, would drop underneath of it or not, or he's just looking at Jacoby's post. But if he would have seen X and just threw it, in time, it would have definitely been a touchdown. But a guy coming right in his face, as he's also, you got to keep in mind, he's play faking the run, so he's not looking the entire time. And now you have to get out of there. So would have been a great ball if you just put it right here. I mean, a great play call if you just put that ball right here. So love the creativity from Coach Dawson. Wanted to see more of his shot plays as the season continues. Just outstanding cornerback play here from Jaden Davis on the outside. But they're trying to fake a screen here to the trip side, to the field side, trying to fake this screen and then get these blockers out ahead for this running back. You had Jaden Davis who's coming on a blitz, so theoretically this should work. This guy should be held on to the pass rusher. You flip that over his head. Now you got blockers out in front. That's a good play call, right? But gets his head turned around. The pressure does a good job of getting to the quarterback, so he's throwing off his back foot. He makes this throw harder, makes the quarterback have to throw it over him. And as he does so, the running back has to wait, makes the athletic catch. But as he does so, Jaden Davis is able to just recover and tackle for like basically no gain. Just elite awareness on the outside from Jaden Davis, seeing a ball fly over his head and go down there and make a tackle. Honestly, back-to-back games where Henry Parrish run gets the first down and stops the clock with the new rule that doesn't stop until under 2 minutes like the NFL. Back-to-back, his first down runs have kind of led the charge of scoring right before halftime. So we'll get a 2-by-2 set with 4 wide receivers. Obviously, we had no timeouts, a lot of field to cover, so we go 4 wide. We get the inside zone here. Love this from Cooper, able to seal this guy out while Matt Lee gets to this linebacker. That's what's going to give this hole. I mean, look at this hole, bro. The offensive line is just magnificent. Look at this from Cohen sealing, Matt Lee getting to linebacker, Cohen abusing this guy. You have your your right tackle and freshman Francis Malinoa holding his own here. It's just beautiful running. And then as he breaks through contact and tackles, and Parrish being that guy, here comes Cooper, escorting him for another 7 to 8 yards, showing that effort level, showing that high intensity. But again, you cannot just look at this hole and not feel happy about it. I mean, just like 7, 8 yards before contact. I mean, that's lovely in the running game. We'll take that all day. And then the effort to keep the legs churning from Parrish while his big man Cooper can help him out. With the clock stopping with the first down, we sub in and the tight end. We go in 11 personnel now. We're just gonna get this. You get this curl. You can either go inside or outside based on the leverage. Kobe Young goes outside, which allows him to run back to the ball. TVD's on the point. You see the inside leverage being played by X's defender. So he cuts up and actually goes outside. So they're basically just trying to get as much space away from their defender as possible. And then Kobe Young used that big body to shield the ball and then break tackles. And I was like, oh no, don't cut up field. But then he just, made another 5 yards and went out of bounds. This is operating at high efficiency. The clock would have stopped right here on the first down, but breaking the tackle and getting another 10 to 15 yards and then getting out of bounds. That's just big time getting it done before halftime. Same set, 11 set personnel. You're going to have X hit that same inside stem while you have Jacoby go vertical to clear that out on a post. It's kind of like our own type of scissor concept. So X is going inside, trying to get more space, Once he gets the numbers, start fanning out for the corner route. TVD's looking at it and he's throwing that because he knows it's one-on-one and he can put it anywhere. This is a stupid dime. This is a Tyler Van Dyne special. Dot and Xavier Restrepo being as lit as he is all the time. So it's just nice to see. This ball could not have been thrown any better. I mean, this is great execution. You could tell they have the chemistry. Getting his hands up on it, getting both feet down. That would have been good on Sundays. We got our trips here to the near side. We're trying to get X on a corner route or this flat route. We get this rub going from our outside receiver. It was man coverage. They dropped 8. They just had so much people back there. So they just were able to eliminate this concept. So TVD had to just roll out to the space. Jacoby and Buddy were hand fighting. He falls. Touchdown. Buddy almost grabbed the glove off Jacoby's hand. He had to get it back right. He's going for a fade. See how Buddy's holding on to his hand, almost takes his gloves off, fixes it, catches a touchdown, and then moves forward. But Tyler Van Dyke able to throw on the run to keep the play alive, and then Jacoby giving his quarterback an outlet. Man, look at this play from Jaden Davis. There's trips here bunched on the hash. They're trying to get this out route, which they get the rub going. They're going to have basically the number one receiver, that's point man, and this outside just wash across so they can get. This is Jaden Davis, his man. Look how long he has to travel to get this out right. You would think this is a completed ball and automatic first down. Quarterback's cheeks. See how low he throws his ball. He's throwing so much bad balls. I was trying to tell everybody he's cheeks. But look at this closing speed. He's 12 yards off him. And before this guy can go get the first down, just stuffed right a yard short. This is big man football here, played here by Jaden Davis. That's lowering your pads and not allowing somebody to fall forward and stopping them short for a yard. Number one, I don't see all the hype. I got it when I seen you play other teams. I got it, but when the 9-5 came strapping that shit, I don't see it, bro. It's been a long time since we had a kick return for a touchdown. We've had punt returns, from Jeff, DJ Dallas, and and stuff like that. But we have not had a kick return for a touchdown in a long time. Probably since either Stacy Coley or Duke Johnson. So seeing Brashard Smith do this, credit to the whole kickoff team for their blocks 37. That might be Jacoby. I'm pretty sure it is. He has this that block there, but there could be so much people rocking that 37 jersey. So whoever that was, great block. There's some great seals right here as well from our tight end McCormick. Of course, he's blocking great on damn special teams. That dude's a freaking monster. We might get away with a block in the back here, but hey, we don't care. They missed so much damn calls and made so much bad calls. Here's X just folding the kicker. just full speed down the field, folds the kicker, and then it's a foot race, and we know Brashard Smith's not losing that. Shout out to this ref up here because that boy was moving for a second, boy. He was racing Brashard. But yeah, bro, it was super nice to see Brashard just get that ball, hop downfield. We were going crazy in Hard Rock Stadium for this. This is something we were expecting when Brashard came in 2 years ago, and now he's finally getting an opportunity to show that speed and space. And then now at kick return, it doesn't get more. You don't get more of an opportunity to show speed and space than getting the ball with 11 people flying at you, and you got 10 people in front of you that's supposed to block for you. That's explosion at its finest. Man, shout out Corey Flagg. All the flack he's gotten over the course of his career. Big time game, making big time plays. So 12 set, they're heavier, 2 tight ends. There's just zone blocking, so everybody's going left. And look at the veteran savviness of a of a Corey Flagg, just shifting and blowing up that blocking scheme, literally going cutting right in between, knowing where the gap in that offensive line would be, and then shooting it immediately because you know you're going to have that gap between the center and the backside guard when you're coming across. So that was just awesome to see. You see that right there? That's the gap we're talking about. It's hard to close, and when you get in there with your first step, that's a TFL like recipe. So shout out to Corey Flag on that play. That's flying downhill. That's seeing something before the ball snapped and then making a play on it. Best safety in America almost came down with an interception earlier in this game, but would have got called back for a PI on a cornerback. This time they're in a 12 set again, two tight ends and two receivers to the left, 2x2 set. They're trying to get this receiver across the middle on a dig. He's trying to hit this gap right between. So this is called under will. So basically he's going under this defender and then over Mike. So he's trying to get in front of him and then get behind him to cross the middle. So that's what this window is. The quarterback's throwing it. Guy slips, even though it looked like it could have been a little too far anyway. And Cam's right there on the spot. He was waiting for this ball. He was reading it the whole time. Either that receiver was about to lose his life or this was about to be a pick regardless. But I think this was going to be a very bad situation regardless when you went there with this ball, when you have the All-American Cam Kinchens lurking. As the commentator said, he can change the game in one play, and that's what he does. Yo, this play was so wild because like this is going towards my end zone. I'm sitting there. Yo, it was clear. I asked people on Twitter, I'm like, yo, ain't no way that dude wasn't offsides. Like false start. Like, ain't no way, bro. Like they didn't show it on the replay. So I asked the Tia and everybody said it. 64 damn near touching the damn lineman for the ball is hiked. I mean, damn, that's a communication. I mean, a missed call. We do have to just also cover on the back end. We get beat with an H-back 1-on-1. But, that's a tough cover for a linebacker, just positioning of that. You have to have him flow out. So you're thinking this is a speed out. So you're flowing, then you cut back across face. That's tough. But hey, that play should have never happened. It should have been 3rd and 6. But the SEC refs, like I said, they played a hell of a game. They were dominant from start to finish, and I'll just leave it at that. Actually, I won't. They were fucking cheeks. Excuse my French. Canes family, we are back to letting the defense dictate, what we do in the running game. If you guys are going to give us the numbers in the box, we're going to take it. If you guys are going to load up the box, we're going to throw it. I mean, just the common sense of this offense is just, it's refreshing. So we go double stacks. So we getting them defense split out. Look at this in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people in the box. Hell yeah, we're going to run this shit. And look what the numbers favor you for. Obviously, a broken tackle there by AJ Allen. I think he runs hard. I'm actually really happy that he's on our team. Makes the one defender miss that was unblocked. But it just makes sense, man. There's 5 in the box. Hand that damn ball off, man. Not that hard. Love Coach Dawson. Love the game plan. It was excellent. It wasn't a WTF moment all night. Got to give credit. Big game. See young guys flying downfield on special teams. Great to see. Here comes Jaden Harris using that God-given speed. Ain't no way you blocking that. Then solo one-on-one tackle. Great coverage on that unit right there. This is big boy football here from Jaden Davis, but big boy football, everybody at the line of scrimmage. This is heavy sets. You got tight ends. You got fullbacks. This is a 3rd and 1 special here. Great penetration here from the defensive line. But then you see the bullet of being so Jaden Davis is shifting over because there's eligible receivers, on this side. So Cam engages this offensive lineman all by himself. And here comes Jaden Davis around the edge. Helmet right on the football. I mean, that's as perfect as it could be. Head up to it's not even down to the side. I mean, that's just perfect technique for tackling. And Cam's right on the spot to go ahead and cover this football up for the major turnover. So again, a South Florida player at running back, and then a South Florida player making him pay once he gets the ball. So just love to see this. You have to teach some kids a lesson. Not teach them a lesson, but you have to put it on tape that South Florida kids ain't doing too well when they play Miami. because of the type of ability that our team now plays at. But again, helmet right on the football, head up. That's just perfect tackle. He wrapped up. This was just excellent from Jaden Davis, and then Cam, always the ball hawk, is going to gravitate towards him. He comes out of it at the bottom of the pile. Excellent play. Third down, you got to have it. Hold on, there it goes. Streamer was tripping. Third down, you got to have it. We're in a 12 set. You got our two tight ends here, Riley Williams and McCormick. This is just a simple get your ass deep and vertical. Kobe Young. We are attacking this number 2 defender, which is happens to be a linebacker. They're trying to bracket. You have underneath. You have over. This is them trying to stop X, and then TBD with the arm strength to get it out there, and X just breaks that tackle, hand in the dirt, and it gets upfield for an explosive play. What again? I'll keep saying it. What makes explosive players isn't the oh my god, this guy can run a 4.3, which helps. You could be a 4.5 guy, but as long as you can continue to make that first person miss, you are an explosive player. Great job here by X, just basically just making a play. Going into the Jacoby George touchdown, I'll be doing a breakdown or a video throughout the week to specifically show all the setups to this. But in our running game, we continue to have our receiver motion across, and then look at that man coverage. He's been racing across all day, and then seeing us do it across in Miami, Ohio. It's been just jet motion, jet motion, jet motion. And we've been just hiking the ball, just running it. This time we faked the jet motion. And then just turn around for a little quick bubble screen with the run game fake that allows our left tackle to get upfield and start sealing. Here's McCormick, or basically one of the best blockers I've ever seen in a Miami uniform, get out in front as well. So George can just literally cruise right into the end zone. I mean, this was a well-designed play. Coach Dawson getting a lot of love because he set that up of how much times they bring that motion with nothing happening other than just the run game. And so now he sets that defender up. He definitely wins, and then now Jalen Rivers gets to him, allows him to get that time, and then McCormick doesn't even have to touch this guy. Jacoby just cruises in. Great play calling, great play setup. It's just the stars are aligning with Coach Dawson. Believe this might be the first catch for McCormick as a Miami Hurricane. 2x2 set with with the 11 set personnel with your tight end here in the slot, an emotional running back out to the flat. Just basically you have deep balls on the outside with a little hitch from Restrepo with McCormick just slanting across. TVD's going to see him. He's looking deep first. It's not there. X doesn't have an opening. He has two people on him. They're bracketing him. Smartly throws it to his back shoulder so he doesn't throw this ball in harm's way as that defender is lurking. But great job there by McCormick. First down, big play. TVD throwing the ball towards his back shoulder, not throwing it to this defender. Yes, they're bracketing X. This guy's walking wide open. So just go ahead and put that on his 8-4 on the back shoulder so this guy cannot even attempt to make a play. You make it easy catch for your big boy and move the chain. So shout out to McCormick. He's been gaming on the edge, blocking. Nice to see him get a catch and move the chains. This is the only play that Jaden actually gave up all game. Safety helps inside, so he's going to play outside. But then once he lets this post go, he has to try to undercut this ball, and he meets the ball at the highest point. It's just Evan was able to use his body. It's actually the only play he actually made that was like, all right, that's actually a good play. But again, Jaden almost picked that off and almost undercut it. That's the only play that we gave up. Other than us just being 20 yards off and like right before the third quarter it ended, and that was a bad defensive drive in my opinion. Other than that, that's the only play we've given up. This is a touchdown they barely get out when you bring the house. You watched our Texas A&M offensive preview, then the number 2 receiver, this guy in the middle of their trips, is the one who's going to go with the vertical route. He's going to go ahead and get deep. Pressure here from Wesley Saint. I mean, he's hitting this guy literally as he throws. I think he helped this guy because he threw it a back shoulder post ball. I think they had a bracket. You have TC underneath with the safety over the top. You'll see it better on this angle. But basically, TC's riding him on his post route. Then he just stops and adjusts for the ball because our great defense rushing in actually helped them make this damn play, which is crazy because I don't think this quarterback could have made this throw. You see, here's safety help over the top. Here's TC. His job is to make sure you go inside with him. He go inside. That's his job. And then this ball, as he gets hit, is actually back shoulder, so it actually helped his quarterback throw the throw the ball better by pummeling him. That's how cheeks his quarterback is he gets helped by getting hit. But good play by the receiver and way to go up there and get it. 2-by-2 set, which are tied in here in the wing. Cornerback's trying to get the call, and then great hesitation move and into the split release, into the speed release. He's basically just going to be able to blow right by him, and then poor tackling by the safety, and Jacoby's just able to eat that. He's put on some size since he got to Miami. He's not the skinnier kid he was when he was at Plantation, but this is just what he can do. This was his third touchdown. That suddenness at the line of scrimmage to get deep and beat this guy vertical. Hands team able to go ahead and take this hit. Has enough time to look at that boy like, yeah, you didn't tackle me. Fix my face mask and then put on the speed to run away for this third touchdown. I mean, this is the elite. When you go one-on-one and you have the confidence in TVD to just drop these dimes, I mean, it just opens up the offense so much. That's what we were missing for such a long time. Just that vertical passing game on the outside. We haven't seen it since 2021 when we had Rambo. But it's just lovely to see, man. It was just TVD in his bag. I just gotta say, bro, James was everywhere, bro. This dig here from Evan Stewart, he got met with the swiftness. This is when we just giving him all that space. So here comes across the middle, quarterback just gives it to him, and here comes James, clean hit. They tried to throw the target in. He beat the case. It was all shoulder. It was low. I mean, he just folded him. I mean, James was everywhere. His closing speed was everywhere. He didn't. He beat the accusations of the target. And that's how you know how clean it was. If they go to the booth and review and you pass some allegations, you good, fam. Head hunting all day. If you watched my preview of Texas A&M, you saw that they try to get this little crosser. You have the dig with the out going with Evan Stewart. They just added another receiver to just flush across. They're trying to hit that out route like they did against New Mexico. I think I said Miami, Ohio. My bad. But New Mexico, it's the same little concept. TC is going to jump outside with his man. Switch, you see that number 2 to go inside. TC jumps outside. And this is INT to close that game. And I love how it had to be on Stewart just because we own that. You see how this great little pass off of communication here. We're playing man. You'll see it better here on this side. You got what's coming inside, Cloyd. And then now TC is going to take this outside. So it's just great communication from the defense and great man, great man passing off. DP's following his. TC switched. You thought you're going to get that rub route to the outside. No, it was just well played. And then now TC finally gets that much weighted interception, which I hope is going to just create a spree for him. That's going to go ahead and wrap up this film review, Canes family. Everything was rocking. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Should say that at the beginning, but maybe next time. Go Canes.